Good evening, hello and welcome to the news today. This is your primetime destination news. Newsmakers talking points. The big talking point tonight, there's a constitutional crisis that could be brewing in Tamil Nadu. We'll tell you more on that. Also, Rahul Gandhi is in Manipur. Is this a photo op or a healing touch? We'll also talk about Karnataka, where the free rice scheme is under the scanner. All that and more in a moment. But first, as always, it's time for the 9 headlines at 9. In an unprecedented move, the Tamil Nadu governor dismisses arrested Senthil Balaji from the state cabinet without consulting Chief Minister M.K. Stalin. The DMK mulls legal action on what is clearly being seen as an excessive use of constitutional powers. Congress leader Rahul Gandhi in strife-torn Manipur is stopped from travelling by road, visits Churachandpur's relief camps. BJP calls it vulture tourism. DMK NCP National Conference hit out at Prime Minister Modi's big uniform civil code pitch. Stalin says Prime Minister trying to create religious divide. BJP maintains it is triggering a national debate. No end to the Karnataka freebie showdown. Congress now to offer 170 rupees per month to BPL card holders instead of 5 kg rice. BJP claims voter promise has been betrayed. A day after calling Siddaramaiah a scared Chief Minister, DK Shivkumar fires fresh salvo, says some work hard, others enjoy privilege. Round 2 of the mega opposition meeting shifted to Bengaluru from Shimla. Opposition bigwigs to assemble together again on the 13th of July. Monsoon mayhem wreaks havoc across India. Massive landslide in Uttarakhand, Chamoli, Mumbai inundated under heavy rainfall. France on the edge after the police shoot a teen boy to death. Thousands hit the street in protest. French President Macron holds an emergency crisis meeting. Wreckage of Ocean Gate's Titanic tourist submersible retrieved in Canada. Possible human remains of 5 civilians who died are also recovered. But the story that's breaking this evening, Tamil Nadu Governor R.N. Ravi has stirred a major controversy by dismissing a state minister, Senthil Balaji, from the state cabinet. The minister, who is an accused in a cash for jobs scam case and is in jail at the moment, was dismissed by the governor without consulting the chief minister. The governor has issued a statement saying Minister Thiru V. Senthil Balaji is facing serious criminal proceedings in a number of cases of corruption, including cash for jobs and money laundering, abusing his position as a minister. He's been influencing the investigation, obstructing the due process of law and justice. Remember, Thiru Balaji currently is in judicial custody. A criminal case is being investigated against him by the Enforcement Directorate. There are some more criminal cases against him under the Prevention of Corruption Act and the Indian Penal Code being investigated. The governor claims there are reasonable apprehensions that his continuation in the Council of Ministers will adversely impact the due process of law, including fair investigation, may eventually lead to breakdown of the constitutional machinery in the state. Under those circumstances, the governor is dismissing Thiru V. Senthil Balaji from the Council of Ministers with immediate effect. Remember, this has never happened before, that a governor unilaterally has dismissed a minister in a cabinet. Listen in to what the Chief Minister M.K. Stalin had to say.
அவருக்கு அந்த அதிகாரம் கிடையாது. நாங்கள் சட்ட ரீதியாக நாங்கள் சந்திப்போம். அவருக்கு அந்த அதிகாரம் கிடையாது. நாங்கள் சட்ட ரீதியாக நாங்கள் சந்திப்போம்.
And joining me now at this moment are our correspondents Anisha Mathur. She covers the Supreme Court for us, and joining me now is Shilpa from Chennai. Appreciate both of you joining us. Anisha, your first, what are you hearing from constitutional experts on what the governor of Tamil Nadu has done? Does it fall within his remit? Section 164(1) of the Constitution, which defines Article 164(1), which defines the powers of the governor, that he acts on the aid and advice of the Council of Ministers. How are lawyers seeing this? Is this a transgression of his constitutional remit?
Well, Rajdeep, this is an issue that is going to create constitutional questions as well as issues that will have to be answered by the courts. Now, while Article 163 clearly says that the minister is appointed and serves at the pleasure of the governor, it also says that the ministers are appointed on the aid and advice of the chief minister of the particular state. We've seen the S.R. Bommai case of 1994 where the court very clearly held, Supreme Court very clearly held that the elected government cannot simply be removed without losing confidence of the majority. There, of course, the question was losing confidence of the majority. Here, what has happened is something quite unprecedented. We do have, last year in Kerala, when a similar situation had come up, where the then Kerala governor had said that he wanted to remove, had withdrawn his pleasure from one of the ministers. At that time, several legal experts had said that the governor cannot do so unilaterally. We also have High Court pronouncements on this particular issue. The Guwahati High Court and the Calcutta High Court in the 80s and the 90s have pronounced verdicts on this. But even there, it has been said it was with regard to the governor withdrawing his pleasure from the chief minister on the question of whether the chief minister or the minister has lost the confidence of the House or not. What we're dealing with here is a very unprecedented, very strange situation,
right,
which will have to be at some point considered by the courts. And there is no clarity as such. There is no black and white per se that we can answer on that. However, the same article of the Constitution also says that action taken by the governor, which is done under his discretionary powers, cannot be questioned by the courts unless there is clear mala fide. So there are multiple aspects that will have to be considered, especially since the DMK and senior advocate P. Wilson, who is a member of the parliament as well as a DMK member, has said that they will be challenging this move in the court. Just 3 days ago in the Senthil Balaji case in the Madras High Court, the division bench had also questioned, can the governor take such a decision?
Let me just take that to Shilpa. Shilpa, is the DMK now planning to go to court to challenge what has happened? The governor and the DMK government there have been in a tangle on a variety of issues, including the name of the state of Tamil Nadu. Are we now going to see the DMK really taking this battle forward, and are they hoping for support from the entire opposition on this, much like Mr. Kejriwal is hoping on the ordinance issue?
Well, Rajdeep, both of that will happen because the DMK is most definitely planning to approach the court. The question is whether they will first move the High Court or are they going directly to the Supreme Court. And as far as the opposition is concerned, we saw when Senthil Balaji was arrested by the Enforcement Directorate, all the opposition party leaders, including AICC President Mallikarjun Kharge, West Bengal Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee, all of them had extended their support to the DMK, saying that this is nothing but political witch hunt by the BJP. But this, of course, is a major escalation as far as the tussle between the Tamil Nadu governor and government is concerned, because what has happened is quite unprecedented. The governor's office released a statement just a short while back saying that the governor had dismissed Senthil Balaji from the Council of Ministers. Remember, when Senthil Balaji was arrested, he was, of course, shifted to hospital because of health reasons. Tamil Nadu Chief Minister had written a letter to the governor saying that Senthil Balaji's portfolios are being reallocated because of his health condition, and to that, the governor had said that these reasons are misleading and incorrect. That in itself was, unprecedented, because many constitutional experts say that the governor has no right to ask such questions, let alone dismiss a minister from the cabinet. So when that letter came from the governor's office, the chief minister had reiterated his stance that they are only reallocating the portfolios of Senthil Balaji, and he will continue as a minister without portfolios in the DMK government.
So you're saying that the chief minister is determined in a way to take this fight to its conclusion. Just to tell our viewers, in Maharashtra, for example, when Nawab Malik, the NCP leader, the minister, was sent to jail by the Enforcement Directorate, the governor wanted to step in, but the Chief Minister of Maharashtra, Uddhav Thackeray, eventually ensured that Nawab Malik continued as a minister without portfolio. So who is in charge? Is it the chief minister of the state or is it the governor? Is the governor authorized, entitled to dismiss a minister without consulting the chief minister? This is going to be the constitutional question that will continue now to reverberate in Tamil Nadu and beyond. Appreciate Shilpa and Anisha joining me there on our top story. Let's turn from there to another story that's brewing and creating a controversy. Congress leader Rahul Gandhi's visit to violence-struck Manipur. Rahul Gandhi was prevented from travelling by road as he wanted to visit relief camps in Churachandpur, the worst affected district. The Congress leader then took a helicopter ride to the area. While the BJP has called his visit an attempt to incite violence and a photo op, the Congress claimed that Rahul Gandhi's convoy was deliberately blocked by the Manipur government and the Prime Minister and other leaders have remained silent on the issue. It's our other big story.
Protest and tear gas. Rahul Gandhi's visit to Manipur, which his party described as a healing exercise, exposed how divided the state stands today. The Congress leader landed in Imphal on Wednesday and insisted on a road trip to Churachandpur, where the ethnic clashes between Meitei and Kuki communities started before engulfing the state. 20 kilometers from Imphal, the cavalcade was stopped in Bishnupur by the administration.
They will not move in. Take one of our representatives go with them to see show us the blockade.
Okay. Yeah, I would that would the ESP. I would have to the ESP and then. If I go within my jurisdiction close to the border with 5-6 vehicles, the message or the rather rumor that is spread across is now miscreants seem to have come to attack Churachandpur side, Churachandpur villages.
You're saying that Rahul Gandhi's cavalcade can spread a rumor?
Yes, exactly. Exactly.
Even as the Congress leaders were stranded on the road, women protesters clashed with the police, trying to break through the barricades. The police had to fire tear gas to control the crowd.
So we are at Bishnupur और हमारे पीछे आप देखें बैरिकेड को तोड़ते हुए यहाँ पे तमाम महिलाएं अब जो है अंदाजा लगा सकते हैं कि यहाँ पे जो है टीयर गैस छोड़ने से पूरी महिलाएं इधर उधर तितर बितर हो गई है.
Rahul Gandhi finally retreated, opting for a helicopter ride to Churachandpur. The BJP has accused Rahul Gandhi of playing photo op politics at a time when Manipur is facing difficult times.
I always say Rahul and responsibility never travel together. यही अगर राहुल जी सुबह करते, एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन की बात मानते, हेलीकॉप्टर से चुराचांदपुर जाते, तो आज मणिपुर, आज जो टीयर गैस चले हैं, आज जो स्थिति थोड़ा तनावपूर्ण इम्फाल में बना है, ये मणिपुर में नहीं होता.
उस काफिले को क्यों रोका गया? पहले इसी प्रशासन ने कहा आप बाय रोड जा सकते हैं, वहां से उनको रोक दिया जाता है और प्रशासन जिसने परमिशन दी थी, ऑब्वियसली उनके पास ऊपर से फोन आता है, उनके पास तानाशाहों का फोन आता है. किसी से मुलाकात करना आज पाप है.
Manipur is on the boil for nearly 2 months now. From deploying the army to appointing a peace committee, the Narendra Modi government has implemented many measures to restore peace. But so far, none of them appears to have bridged the trust deficit between Meiteis and Kukis. With Mausami Singh, Bureau Report, India Today.
The big question tonight, is this being seen as a photo op or is Rahul Gandhi providing a healing touch? Is the Rahul Gandhi visit about peace or politics? Is it time for the BJP top brass to break their silence on Manipur? Remember, again on the show, we don't have a BJP guest because the BJP is not speaking on Manipur. Joining me now is Kumucham Rinku, he's editor of Imphal Times. Rajat Sethi is a former advisor to the Manipur Chief Minister. Shama Mohammed is Congress's national spokesperson. Kaushik Deka is executive editor India Today magazine and handles India Today Northeast. I appreciate all my guests joining me. Shama Mohammed, to you. You've heard what the BJP is saying. They're saying this is a photo op. Rahul Gandhi is being irresponsible by travelling to Manipur at a time when the situation is still fragile and unsettled. How do you respond?
Rajdeep, just a week back or 4 days back, what did Mr. Narendra Modi say in the United States? Democracy is in my blood, in my vein. It is the right of the opposition leader to go to a strike-prone area. What is wrong? The Prime Minister, I must say today, shameful that the Prime Minister of India has time for everything to go and inaugurate the Vande Bharat Express after he's come back. We asked him to go before, but he refused. Now, after coming back from the US trip, he has no time to go to Manipur. Let's understand that 10 opposition parties were waiting from June 15th onwards to meet, June 10th onwards to meet the Prime Minister of India. He refused to meet. His own members of parliament, his own BJP MLAs from there, 8 of them came to meet him, no. 30 others came to meet him, no. None of them were given any time to meet him. And 8 MLAs from Manipur has given a memorandum to the PMO saying that they have lost trust in the government. Their own BJP MLAs, let's understand that. They are saying that they have lost trust in the Biren Singh government. Now, what is Mr. Amit Shah doing? Mr. Amit Shah is the Home Minister. He went there, he's unable to. What we are asking is, why is the Prime Minister of India, who has time for everything, not spoken a word on Manipur? Let's understand that.
I asked you about Rahul Gandhi going to Churachandpur at a time when the situation there is unsettled. You're telling me, why hasn't the Prime Minister broken his silence? Is that the argument?
Rahul Gandhi should go because he's a senior leader, senior opposition leader, and my leader has got empathy. He's heard that more than 100 people have died, more than 60,000 are in 300 relief camps, and the fighting is still going on. So what is wrong in an opposition leader going there to see things? And that's why he wanted to drive. And did you see what the women wanted to do there? Look.
Yeah, just a minute, ma'am. Just a minute, ma'am. Now you've had your point. Shama Mohammed, you've made your point. Just a minute now. No. Now let's go to Shama Mohammed. 1 minute. Let's go to Rajat Sethi. Rajat Sethi, we are in a situation where more than 60 days after the violence broke out on the 3rd and 4th of May, the government of India has not, the Prime Minister has not broken his silence. BJP guests don't even want to come to television panel debates on Manipur, saying we will not speak on Manipur. Amit Shah ji went for 3 days from the 28th of May to the 30th of May. Another fresh round of violence broke out on the 2nd of June after the Home Minister was there. Is there a sense that the centre and the state government at the moment are struggling to handle Manipur and don't want the reality of Manipur to come out? So if Rahul Gandhi goes there and tries to provide a healing touch, why does it become a photo op?
Rajdeep ji, there are at least 3 or 4 questions that you've bundled together. Allow me to, go through them individually. First thing is Rahul Gandhi's visit. There is absolutely no problem. It's a free democracy. Anybody can go to any corner. But please understand that, Rahul Gandhi is in a habit of crisis tourism. Anytime you look at Saharanpur, Dadri, wherever there is a crisis, when it is not in his government or Congress government, he loves to go there and tries to, utilize the opportunity for political brownie points. Manipur hasn't been facing this violence for the first time. In 2017, when the Congress Chief Minister, 15 years Chief Minister Ribobi Singh brought in certain laws by the name of MLR law, the entire tribal population, both the Kuki and the Naga, went ahead and blocked the national highways for 150 days. People in the valley did not have food, they had no access to medicine, no access to petrol. Did Rahul Gandhi in any of these 150 days ever travel to Manipur and try to, go there and carry his Mohabbat ki dukaan over there? Did he attempt to even break the, the logjam that was there when Ribobi Singh was the Chief Minister?
No, I'll raise that with Shama Mohammed, but you're not answering why is the government so silent? Why is the government, Rajat Sethi, the Prime Minister speaks on the Gujarat earthquake.
He is allowing me
on the Gujarat cyclone. The Prime Minister speaks on Gujarat cyclone, inaugurates Vande Bharat Expresses, doesn't go to Manipur or speak on it.
Allow me a minute.
Yes, please.
Sir, Rahul Gandhi was attempting today to go to Churachandpur via the Tidim line which goes through Bishnupur. Do you know that the SP, the Superintendent of Police over there, was pleading before him that, sir, please, our security forces are in live operations. Please don't disturb them, because if there is a VIP movement, we are getting inputs that there is an IED, a chance for an IED blast. And Rahul Gandhi is actually traveling in a bulletproof car. He won't have any injuries, but there is a whole cavalcade of people who are traveling with him. Who is going to be responsible for the lives of those citizens? And then he claims that he wants to do a road show all the way from Imphal Valley till Churachandpur Valley. That's the level of responsibility this gentleman has.
Okay, so I will raise that with the Congress spokesperson, but I'm not getting a straight answer. Why do you think that the BJP leadership is so silent? Why is the BJP leadership so silent?
Mamata Banerjee wrote to the Home Minister and asked for permission, asking her that, is this the right time to go? Clearly the MHA said that no, it's not the right time, and she responsibly withheld. That's the responsibility of a mature leadership, mature political leadership, not trying to make brownie points when the situation is...
You made that point. You want a quick answer to the question I keep reiterating? Why is the BJP leadership so silent? Opposition MLAs come to Delhi, they are not given an audience with the Prime Minister. The Home Minister holds one all-party meeting after 55 days.
Rajdeep ji, you know, all the deliberations that are going on in the MHA won't be reported on television studios. Even today, even yesterday, there were delegations of Meiteis and Kuki leaders who were brought in from Manipur, and discussions are happening. It's just that every time there is a debate or a discussion happening internal, is not going to be reported to the media. I'm telling you this, there are serious talks, but these are not political issues, in the sense that political parties shouldn't be brought in at this stage. There is a whole apparatus of the Ministry of Home Affairs which is trying to reach out.
1 minute, Shama Mohammed, please let him complete.
Which is trying to reach out to both the parties. You need professional negotiators to come in and bring a common ground between the two communities. You need professional conflict managers to handle this. Allow the bureaucracy, the senior most people who have actually worked there. What does Rahul Gandhi know about Manipur? Answer me that straight question.
Let Shama Mohammed answer this. Shama Mohammed, the charge is... Just a minute. The charge is that the situation is unsettled. This was not the right moment to go, A. B, more seriously, when your government was in power between 2015 and 17, there were a series of agitations. There was a blockade that lasted for several months. Rahul Gandhi never at that stage thought that it was important to give a healing touch. The argument which is being made is Rahul Gandhi could have waited. He could have been part of an all-party delegation after a couple of weeks. Why, when the situation remains grim, where arson and rioting is still happening, should Rahul Gandhi go at this stage? Could he have waited?
First and foremost, the question arises, why is still arson and rioting happening even today? Why is the army not given full command? Is the Indian army not capable of stopping this? That is what Rajat Sethi is telling me. Shame on you, Rajat Sethi. Our Indian army is very strong and they can do what they have to do. But of course, the order has to come.
Why could Rahul, just a minute, Rajat Sethi, no cross talk. Why could Rahul Gandhi have waited? Could he have taken intelligence input? Security said you cannot travel by road.
Rajdeep, Rahul Gandhi ji got all the permissions before going. He didn't go just without any permission. He got all the permissions of going by road. We have it all with us. So let's understand that. And then he keeps going. Rahul Gandhi is going because there is still unrest there, and the Prime Minister, the shameless Prime Minister of India, has no time when more than 130 people of his
Let's
have
not
died.
use words like shameless. Let's not use word shameless loosely. No, you're using the word shameless. I think it's a loose word to use at the moment.
26/11, who was standing outside the Taj Hotel when terrorists were attacking? Let's understand how this Prime Minister functions. Who is media friend? Who lets the media? Who was doing all those things with the media? When terrorists were attacking us in Mumbai, this man called Narendra Modi was standing in front of Taj Hotel and giving a press conference. Was that what he was supposed to do?
Okay, you made your point. You made your point. You're questioning the silence of the Prime Minister. Rajat Sethi is questioning Rahul Gandhi's decision to go to the ground. I'm going to lower the volume of the two politician and Rajat Sethi for a moment. Kumucham Rinku, you're on the ground in Imphal. Do you believe it's important that political leaders, possibly an all-party delegation, when Mr. Vajpayee was Prime Minister and there was trouble in Manipur, he sent an all-party delegation. Has the time come for an all-party delegation, if not individual leaders, to come to Manipur? At the moment, there's total silence from the government when it comes to an outreach.
Okay, well, during Vajpayee time, that time was, there was a June uprising, and it was about I want to express here in the platform is that 58 days, people of the state, both from the communities between the Meiteis or from the Cookies, both are suffering, waiting for some type of solution, some kind of solution, praying for someone who can help us, praying for everything that can be done here to sort out this problem out here. But for 58 days, people have been suffering here. People has been, no education to the children. People has been left homeless. The movement here is, stranded many times. Here in the state, now also, right at this movement, in Imphal itself, we are not free to move here and there.
So do the people appreciate the fact that there is a leader who has come on the ground to talk to them? Amit Shah ji was there last month. Rahul Gandhi is going to the refugee camps. Are they appreciating the fact that he's coming?
That is what I'm trying to bring. We have been expecting someone when the Prime Minister have silenced for so many days, when the Home Minister have failed to sort out any problem here. We were waiting, and people here are submitting memorandum to the United Nations, hoping something could be done. At this time, when some leaders, like political leaders or anybody who come here and try to find a solution, beyond their political spectrum, when they come here and try to help the people, what is wrong in there? Why should any political party, be it a BJP or a Congress, why should they be, some bodies meeting the politicized at a time when the people are shedding their tears, at a time when people are remaining hunger, at a time when people are dying here? Why anybody should politicize meeting of any political party out here in the state of Manipur? They are trying to find a way out.
You're saying you're welcoming the fact that there is a politician who's coming to the ground to talk to people. You're saying people want somebody to hold their hand in a way in these difficult times. It appears to me, Kaushik Dekha, that this is in a way part of Rahul Gandhi's playbook. He does want to go and be seen as someone who goes to the ground. How do you see it? Do you see Rahul Gandhi taking political advantage of the fact that there is a silence on top of by the BJP's top leadership? Or do you see this as simply the way Rahul Gandhi does his politics?
Why only Rahul Gandhi? I see most politicians do this. Whenever there is a crisis, they would go to that place. Means if the crisis is happening in a state which is ruled by the opposition, so any political leader would do this, and we have been seeing this. But the most important part is that the sincerity of finding a solution. Like everybody is now saying that Rahul Gandhi was silent when Manipur was burning in 2017. And at the moment, the Prime Minister is silent when Manipur is burning now. The only difference is that people remain silent when they are in power, and actually when they actually can do things better to solve the crisis. Rahul Gandhi going there, I don't understand how it will solve the problem. He will be there for 2 days and then he will come back. It would be great if a politician of his stature, he goes there, stays there for a week or 10 days and mobilizes his grassroots workers to help people, to create dialogue, and do it without the much funfair, means without the media.
So you're saying instead of a 2-day visit, he should spend a week on the ground, work with, get Congress people galvanized to work and help people.
Otherwise, it turns out to be a photo op. And I'm not saying that Rahul Gandhi does only, means other politicians also do the same thing. The only
so this is a bit like parachute journalism. It will be seen as parachute photo op politics. Shama Mohammed, you want a quick response to that? The fact is, if Rahul Gandhi genuinely wants to help people, don't just go to the refugee camp, stay there, park yourself there. This is what, dare I say, there was another Gandhi, Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi. This is what he would do, that he would stay there and walk among the people and walk with the people.
Yeah,
spend a week there.
Those days are now different. One thing is they are not allowing us, Rahulji, to even be there for 2 days. What you expect him? He has his security cover, everything. So they are not letting him stay for 2 days. How are they going to say? What are we doing is right now, one goes to camps, understand what are the issues, and then one, of course, can get things done. We can get relief materials to these camps, whatever possible way. Let's understand this is not the first time. Congress has been, as soon as it happened on May 3rd, May 5th itself a delegation went. Later on, senior leaders like Mukul Vasnik ji also went. Then the Mallikarjun Kharge ji also wrote to the President of India. So a lot has been done. Rajdeep, do you remember in 2010, when there was an issue in Kashmir, Manmohan Singh ji called an all-party meet in Jammu and Kashmir. And there was Mr. Jaitley also over there. There was Mulayam Singh Yadav ji there. This is how it functions. Now, we are not against any BJP government or anything. What we want is, we feel for the people of Manipur. They are going through hell now, Rajiv, as you heard that. We need some
you made your point that you feel for the people of Manipur. Rajat Sethi, one final word from you, Mr. Rajat Sethi, one final simple word. The silence, will the silence be broken? We need a Manipur ki baat, not just a minute, ma'am. We need a Manipur ki baat, not just a Man ki baat. Rajat Sethi, will we see a Manipur ki baat? Do you agree, just as Rahul Gandhi needs to perhaps invest his political capital, not just in a 2-day visit, the Prime Minister also needs to invest his political capital and spend time in Manipur. Talk about it.
Well, with regards to Rahul Gandhi and his political understanding of Manipur, I have deep questions. He doesn't even know anything about Manipur and the ongoing crisis. It's really complex.
No, forget Rahul Gandhi for a moment. You made that point. I am asking you, the leadership of this country. The leadership of this country, does it need a Manipur ki baat or not?
Manipur ke Man ki baat is happening. It is not necessarily happening in the TV studios. Rajdeep, please reach out to the important intellectuals from both the Kuki and the Meitei community. The deliberations are happening as we speak. Please understand these things. These things cannot happen in public glare. Because everybody has, they have their own turf to protect. They have to ensure that they don't, fall out from their communities. They're effectively representing it. The political process that has been, the early shoots are there.
You're claiming that there is a process that is on behind the camera, not necessarily in studios. Shama Mohammed is claiming that Congress has consistently reached out to Manipur. On the ground, Impal Times editor says we need people to reach out to us. We welcome any politician across parties coming to us. And as Kaushik Deka puts it, if you want to do it, don't just do it for a day or two. Invest political capital in Manipur. I appreciate my guests joining me on our big talking point tonight. Let's turn from there to another talking point tonight, because the Anna Bhagya scheme, or the free rice scheme, was a key factor in the Congress's big victory in Karnataka. A month later, the Congress has had to revise that scheme. They will now dole out money for 5 kilograms of rice to every BPL card holder. While the BJP accuses the Siddaramaiah government of cheating voters, the government says that the BJP government at the centre is denying it rice through the Food Corporation of India. What's the story? Take a look.
The Anna Bhagya, 10 kilos of rice for poor families, was one of the key promises that powered the Congress to power in Karnataka. Now the Siddaramaiah government has tweaked its ambitious social welfare scheme to meet its July 1st deadline. The state government, which is struggling to source the 2.29 lakh metric tons of rice needed every month to fulfill its poll guarantee, will now pay 170 rupees to each BPL card holder. This is equivalent to the price of 5 kilos of rice at a rate of 34 rupees per kilo. The scheme will cost the government 750 to 800 crore rupees per month. The Siddaramaiah government plans to invite tenders to procure rice in the coming months.
At the time being, we have announced that in July we are giving the rice. Instead of rice, we are starting, until we will procure the rice, we are giving 1 kg 34 rupees. It is going to the card holder. This is the decision taken because of the BJP government.
It is unfortunate that Government of India, through its FCI, did not extend any type of cooperation. We are ready to pay 34, 35, whatever rate they quote, but they preferred to give rice to a private trader than to the state governments.
The BJP has accused the Congress of going back on their poll promises and cheating people.
They are going back to their words. State government and the Chief Minister, you should have made arrangements of the rices. It is not impossible. They have not done any sincere efforts. How much cash they are giving? 34 rupees. What is the market rate? Market rate is 50, 60 rupees. So, how much can a person buy from the money which these people give.
Facing flack from the BJP, Congress MP Jairam Ramesh accused the Narendra Modi government of stopping the Food Corporation of India from selling rice to the state at a fixed price of 34 rupees per kilo.
The Congress government in Karnataka has decided to swap rice with money, and this essentially means that the same amount that 5 kgs of rice would cost would be delivered to the bank accounts of BPL card holders, and this has triggered a wave of political reactions from BJP, with them calling this a political move. With video journalist Shivamurthy, Anaga Keshav for India Today, Bengaluru.
So, is the free rice scheme now under hostage from central government, or has it been a betrayal of the voter? Vijay Prasad is spokesperson of the Karnataka BJP, and Sanket Yanagi is Congress spokesperson and lawyer. Appreciate your joining us. Sanket Yanagi, to you first. The Siddaramaiah government during the election campaign, when it was in the opposition, said we will give 10 kilos of rice. Now you've decided 5 kilos of rice and we will give a certain amount in a cash component. Do you agree that maybe you should have done possibly the maths before you decided 10 kilos of rice, or are you only going to blame the centre and the Food Corporation of India?
So our basic understanding or the commitment to supply was based on the FCI's commitment towards us. So the availability of the rice in the FCI godowns is very well known, on record. The only reason they have refused to supply it to us is not justifiable. If you can see the chronology of events, once the FCI says it has sufficient stock and it would supply, later it rescinds it. The Food and Civil Supply Minister of the state approaches the Central Minister to discuss about the same. He refuses to meet. He avoids, and he has so many excuses. Thereby, in one way, they make the FCI to rescind the contract. It is a breach of obligation or a contract or a commitment for the FCI. The union government would have said at least to the FCI, look into the same. If there is an availability, kindly see that the people should not suffer. Let there be any political difference between BJP or a Congress pertaining to the commitment. But insofar as supply of rice to the poor people are concerned, that to the BPL, one should not have played politics.
So you're saying the FCI was virtually coerced, you're claiming was coerced by the central government to not go ahead and supply rice at rupees 34 per kg to allow the state government to implement Anna Bhagya. Vijay Prasad, you know, these are allegations now that are being made by the Chief Minister, by Congress spokespersons, that the Modi government stopped the Food Corporation of India from selling it, even as it allowed FCI to supply rice at rupees 20 per kg for ethanol production. This is the charge which is being made by the Congress, that FCI, under pressure from the centre, is rescinding a contract with the Karnataka government to supply rice at 34 rupees a kg.
The Congress is shifting the goalpost, Rajdeep. It is a classic case of a mismanaged, shoddy implementation of promises made before the election. Elections has been won by making the false promises.
No, but FCI, you're claiming it's a false promise. Is it true or not that FCI suddenly decided we will not supply this rice in the open market?
Congress has totally gone berserk as far as the letters is concerned. So on 8th of June itself, there was a inter-ministerial committee meeting which said that the open market scheme has been discontinued.
No, why only on the 8th of June? The question is, FCI is not short of rice. FCI is not short of rice. Why is it on the 8th of June, after an opposition government comes in Karnataka, that the FCI decides to discontinue the open market scheme?
No. Rajdeep, see, these people, the Karnataka government, Congress government started writing the letter only from the 12th of June onwards. So this meeting happened on 8th of June. So we need to move on from that date, Rajdeep. It is now.
What is the reason? What is the reason suddenly? There is no clarity as to why does FCI decide to suddenly discontinue a scheme that they had.
Congress, that is the reason why I am saying Congress wants to keep the rice pot boiling without keeping the rice in it. Without the rice in it. So they want to still hamper on these dates and trying to shift the goalpost.
I am asking you again, sir, can you give me one reason why FCI discontinued the open market scheme?
See, there are a couple of reasons, Rajdeep. The open market scheme, because of the delay in onset of the monsoon, it is the decision taken by the inter-ministerial committee meeting. So they have decided to discontinue the open market scheme. So having said that, we need to move on from that.
So you're saying it's not Karnataka specific. You're saying it was a general decision taken.
It is a classic case of Congress mismanaging and shoddy implementation of the project, because this election has been won by making false promises. If you look at the way it is going, promises are made to be broken first by the Congress. They promised 200 units of free electricity and later came with average 10 months usage with conditions. They promised 10 kg free rice. Now
Yanagi,
they will give only 5 kg rice, and in lieu of the rice, they've saved money. Congress should answer what will happen to the balance 5 kg. See, Siddaramaiah boasts of presenting 13 budgets. He's a 2-time CM, but still, when it comes to implementation, it is a shoddy implementation. He should have set a benchmark in implementation with the past experience.
Okay, you made the point. You're claiming, you made the point. You're claiming that the problem is with the scheme, not with the FCI. Vijay Prasad, you made the point. Mr. Yenaji, you want to respond? When you make these promises at election time, you have to make sure that you have your maths right, that you have actually a program ready for delivery. Questions therefore will be raised. Now there are questions over the amount you're going to compensate people for the 5 kgs that they will miss out. Whether it should be 174 rupees, others say it should be higher. Either way, you can't only blame the FCI also.
Mr. Rajdeep, let me clarify to our viewers few important facts. I would place it on record. Number one, as on the date of making the commitment or the promise for delivery of 10 kgs rice, we had every data available to us as to what is the stock available with the FCI. That is one thing. And that was a sufficient stock they had. And they had already promised. And number two, as of now, there is 262 lakh metric tons of rice stock is available in the godowns of FCI. And secondly, 135 lakhs metric ton for the national supply is only needed. What is that remaining 130 lakh metric ton they are going to do? And why the central government or anyone responsible in the central government has not intervened in the matter to instruct the FCI as to why can't they look into the same? Because it is a concern of the general public. Forget about politics, forget about the Congress, forget about the promise made. But at least the center should have intervened to see that
so
the poor person is suffering.
Okay, we've got two clear points of view. The Congress government in Karnataka believes that the center has influenced the FCI to stop the open market scheme, thereby denying access to greater rice. The BJP claims that the scheme was faulty in its implementation from day one. Either way, the question we will keep asking, what is the FCI doing with its overflowing godowns? Isn't rice meant for BPL families, not just in Karnataka, but across this country? Let's bring you some good news. And today's good news story comes from Telangana, where a Green India Challenge, an initiative launched by TRS MP Santosh Kumar to raise the state's green cover, has now set a record of sorts. It's in the Limca Book of Records, and he's got communities to support him across party lines. The Green Initiative of Telangana is our Good News Today story.
The Green India Challenge, an initiative to raise Telangana's green cover, is creating records. TRS MP Joginapalli Santosh Kumar, who launched the initiative in July 2018, has found a place in the Limca Book of Records for getting maximum trees planted in an hour, a task the MP's Green Drive executed in 2021. The Green India Challenge aims to increase Telangana's forest cover from 24% to 33%.
This is my 6th year, 5 years completed. And I can proudly say I've with this initiation, with this initiative, I can say we have planted 17.5 crore plants till now.
Over the last 5 years, many celebrities have joined the Green India Challenge. Amitabh Bachchan, Amir Khan, Sanjay Dutt, Salman Khan, Ajay Devgan, Kangana Ranaut, the Oscar-winning RRR team are among the film stars who extended support to the cause. Santosh Kumar wants the Green India Challenge to be a bigger people's movement.
Main motto of this Green India Challenge is to aware people how important is plantation, how important is this environment, how it is badly affecting our environment. So I just want to make everybody, think everybody about plantation.
The Green India Challenge, with the motto of Hara Hai To Bhara Hai, does not confine itself to just cities or villages. It also covers the Kisara Reserve Forest, the Karipalli Reserve Forest and the Mumbapur Nallaveli Reserve Forest. Bureau Report, India Today.
Go green is the message from Santosh Kumar. Let's hope that more of our MPs pick up this green challenge, as do celebrities across the country. Let me leave you though tonight with our image of the day. It is Bakri Eid in several parts of the country and the world, and therefore I wish you all a very happy Eid. It's also Ekadashi, so I also wish our viewers a happy Ekadashi. But our image of the day is Eid celebrations across India and the world. Happy Eid, stay well, stay safe. Jai Hind, Shubh Ratri, Namaskar.